Okay, let's see if we can do this, people. Serious technical challenges. We started off doing all the recordings for the relationship reports for March. Came across massive glitches, so we're having to live stream the recordings simply just to be able to upload them to the channel. Okay, so I hope you can handle this. I'm going to have very little time to hang out and chat and everything because I'm just going to be doing the reports, okay? So I know you're there, and I hope you can like amuse yourselves in some way, shape, or form or another, all right? And we'll take care of it. So greetings. This is Tarot Lumination, and we are doing the Aquarius March 2019 relationship report. Okay? That's basically it. There's not going to be a lot of like glitz and glamour and showbiz with this particular video or any of the videos on this playlist because we are streaming this simply to be able to get the file to upload. Before we get into anything, I want to toast you and thank all of you for being here, whoever you are. I do see you guys on the screen, but please forgive me if I don't hang out too much, okay? Hi Linda, all sun. Hey Pam Bam. Thank you so much. I do have a beverage, yes. So, as if we were recording this in a private setting and then it's uploaded later, I'm going to go through the basics again. Astrodoodles, please, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a totally separate playlist. It's just been posted. We just finished recording them live, and now it's all in its own playlist. So please check out the Aquarius Astrodoodles for you because it'll add a lot of texture and color and depth to the reading that we're going to do in just a moment. If you're interested in a personal reading, check the links below. If you're interested in membership, check the links below. Membership is the best way you can say thank you to Tarot Lumination for doing what we do here and how we do it and why we do it. It's vital for the growth of the channel. If you'd like to donate, of course, there is a link below. Please check that out. If you want to get absolutely live, you can donate by Super Chat right now here. But I might not see it on the screen because I'm focused on the stage. The monitors and everything are over there. Okay? So please forgive me. I'm going to do what I can for you guys. This, as a reference point, this is what the Tarot Lumination Astrodoodle looks like for Aquarius. We've already got a playlist, and this is in the playlist already, so please check this out. We may reference it through the reading, but I don't guarantee that. Okay, I'll just mention it if I think I need to. Let's get into that. Let's get actually into the reading itself. Okay. First of all, cards are already well shuffled in advance, and we're going to go to the last minute again so that you are a witness. Meanwhile, we are going to be using the Tarot Lumination Crucible spread, okay? So you guys hang out with yourselves, chat amongst yourselves, because I can't really hang out with you at the moment. So I'm going to explain a little bit of this. This is the Tarot Lumination Crucible spread, and I love to use this spread because it's highly specialized to do with what actually happens in a relationship, the dynamics of a relationship, as opposed to like, when is my twin flame going to arrive, and how am I going to recognize my lover, and the traditional approaches to the reports. So we're not doing that here really. We're looking at energy dynamics, okay? I hope that makes sense. So I call it the crucible spread because a crucible is actually a bowl type structure. I hope you can see that. This is the crucible, and a crucible is a bowl that can withstand incredible pressure that they use like in scientific experiments. And it's the same thing that happens in relationships. Relationships can be the most demanding part of our physical day-to-day waking life. We have jobs, careers, parenting, college, school. We have health issues, financial issues, career issues, whatever it is. But for a lot of people, the relationship dynamic can be the most challenging. That's why we focus on this. Also, this is primarily designed for people in a significant type of relationship where it is a chosen relationship. But if you really want to, if you're single, you can you get some benefit out of this spread on the understanding of the laws of attraction first, and that you are always transmitting and radiating energy. And the question is, how is the universe responding? What are you attracting back to you? What is the potential? This would be the energy of what if you were single, for example. So here is the crucible itself. Okay, there's you, there's the other, and you live in this thing whether you like it or know it or not. There's you, there's the other, and there's this third entity, the relationship itself. Okay, I even think of that as the crucible. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of the structure? Is your crucible very, very wobbly? Does it have solid foundations? Is it floating in outer space? Is it flexible? Can it withstand intense pressures and shakes and shocks as we evolve and grow in the context of love and relationship? So this would be you. This would be the other. Deep inside of you, deep inside of the other, and the relationship itself. So this is a living thing, like a plant, okay? So what is being germinated here? What is sprouting? What is growing? What is blooming here? It's energy. Think of this as energy. Also, this thing, the relationship, is an entity itself. And besides you and besides the other, the relationship transmits and receives energy as well. So the relationship is transmitting energy outwards. The relationship is always also receiving energy coming at you. And it's a question of, it's like a business. How are you managing this? What are you going to do with all of that? It's up to you. This is not a couples reading, okay, Aquarians? This is basically all about you, and we're allowing these other characters in the context of this, almost like it's a Netflix movie or something, okay? So Tarot Illumination is going to go for it now. And when we do this, we go one card at a time, and the story unfolds. The job of Tarot Illumination here is to simply observe and transcribe and deliver the subtitles to you as if you were watching a Netflix movie in a foreign language, okay? And I'm not being paid to talk about the name Netflix. Cards are well shuffled in advance. By the way, I'm also using the most elementary deck that I have because I need a sense of stability, because there are so many highly unstable factors in the world of Tarot Illumination right now. And in order to deliver these reports, I'm doing everything I possibly can to create at least a degree or a semblance of stability. Okay? Please bear with me. Thank you, all of you, for hanging out and being here at all in the first place. Thank you so, so much. We're going to get on with it right now. So again, all Aquarians, Sun, Moons, and Rising, please enjoy yourself. Sit back and enjoy the show. Also, you might want to cross-watch for your significant others, okay? Just saying, you know, it helps. I need a beverage. Excuse me. Bless this deck. Bless every single card in the deck. Bless the lighting. Bless the staging. Bless the cameras, the connectors, the channel, the internet, everything that allows us to do this. I'm always blown away that we can even do any of this at all. I love doing this for you guys, and I love that you are here with Tarot Illumination, okay? So here we go. This is you, Aquarius. What are you radiating? Think of yourself like a smartphone. You know, you're always transmitting signals and always receiving signals simultaneously. What about the other? Okay? What about deep inside of you? What about deep inside of the other? What about at the core, the relationship itself? So I'm hoping you can see here the crucible. This is the crucible, okay? And what is blooming? What is germinating? What is blossoming here? This is energy. This is a living, breathing entity. You guys own this. You own this, okay, Aquarius? We're allowing for the other character over here. Now we're going to look at circumstantial energy. This card here is basically symbolic of this energy out here. Got it? Okay. Think of the universe reflecting back to you. You radiate energy and the universe reflects back to you. It's vitally important to understand what this is. It's like watching the Weather Channel. That's why I call it the weather. How does this look? So you have the Knight of Swords. I'm actually really pretty excited for you, okay, Aquarius? This is, to me, like it's almost like, okay, I'm cheating a little bit. I don't really want to get into this, but I think it's something to do with Venus in Aquarius during most of March, okay? That's very, very sweet for you, and I think that's going to influence you for the whole month. So you can get back to that later, but my feeling is that the Venus energy sitting right there in your first house of you, selfhood, the Aquarian person that you see in the mirror, is like a very delicious, you know, it's not a huge thing, like if Pluto was there or Saturn or something, but with Venus there, it's very sweet, and that could give you like a sense of feeling of permission, like, wow, finally I'm getting a break. Finally, I am getting a freaking break that I deserve. I deserve this. It is time for me to basically, the way I look at it, we have to allow for Mercury retrograde. But to me, you know, because it's with the retrograde, it's all about reevaluate, rewind, revise, revitalize, remodel, reprogram, recalibrate, okay? Repair, do the maintenance. And my feeling is just like, oh, thank effing God, I have a chance now. I've been really looking forward to this. I'm going to grab this moment. Yeah, it might be a little bit awkward and weird with the Pisces energy for you, because it's like next door. But towards the end of the month, the Aries energy kicks in, and that's very comfortable for you, okay? Right towards the end of the month. So my feeling here with the Knight of Swords is that you're already sensing this, like, whew, I feel it, I feel it, I feel it. I'm going to get a chance to harmonize my relationship. For that to happen, I have to harmonize with myself. I have to get radically in tune with all the information, the wisdom, the knowledge, everything that's out there in the universe that works for me, and make it work for me, because that's the only way that you can actually operate effectively in a relationship. You have to be you, Aquarius, more than ever before. And it's almost like that's your day job, okay? Because then you are being authentic. So it's like rise up. Rise up, Aquarius. This is my time, Aquarius. I understand this. I know what you're talking about, Terra Lumination. I get it. I'm going for it. I don't know all the answers right now, but I am freaking going for it, okay? Let's have a look. What are you radiating now? Okay. Let's calm down a little bit with the Page of Wands here. My feeling is that this is sweet. I'm really focusing on the Venus and Aquarius energy because it's very sweet, very delicious, very well deserved for you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, okay? So it gives you a chance to give yourself permission to accept and admit that I don't know everything. All I know is I want to be me. I want to be my own unique individual self more than ever before. I have a right to do that. That is my mission. That is my goal. That is my job. That is my desire. And I want to go for it, even including in the context of a relationship. I don't have any clue how that's going to work out for the significant other or for the relationship. But frankly, I don't care, because I already know, having watched Terra Lumination videos, that if I don't love myself first, then it doesn't matter about this or doesn't matter about that. That'll all just degenerate and become degraded. So I get it. I get it. I am going to be me. I am proud. I am majestic. I admit my innocence. I admit my naivety. And I don't care what anyone else thinks. Thank you very much. All right. So with much fervor, we're going to have a look at the other. What are they radiating, okay? I don't know why I'm laughing so much. Dear Aquarius, remember this is not a couple's reading. It's all about you, Aquarius. And we're just doing this so that you guys can get a clearer perspective on like how to be more and more authentically you, which makes it better for the relationship and better for the other. So my feeling is that you, in your own magnificence, in your own delicious sweetheart moment, knowing that Venus is going to be with you for a while, you know, this too shall pass. But while you have Venus sitting right there in your first house, my feeling is that if you don't know it, you're going to know it. If you don't know it, you need to know it. If you don't know it, it's time that you know it and take advantage of this. And it's very, very sweet for you. My feeling is that the challenge is over here with a significant other. It puts them a little bit on the spot. Because while you are active being you and literally seizing the moment and going for it, it can actually put them in a bit of an awkward spot where they're kind of going, my feeling is like a retreat, okay? Like a retreating energy here. Remember, Mercury is retrograde in Pisces virtually the whole month, effectively, you know, with the build-up and the unwind. The build-up at the beginning, the unwind at the end. So my feeling here is that for you, Divine Aquarius, it's a little bit of a problem for the other because they might have got caught on like off guard to the point where they're not quite sure how to handle you right now. It doesn't mean they don't love you. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It makes me feel here as your reader that the other party basically has to, what I would say, retreat a little bit. And if they have to, deliberately choose not to choose. Basically hold themselves in a position of pause, literally like a pause, while they observe, absorb, understand, monitor, and detect your energy. My feeling is that they have their antennas at maximum alert right now, and they are in a place of observation. Like it would almost be futile for them to make a decision like, I'm with you. I am not with you. I understand what you're doing. I don't understand what you're doing. My feeling is that the need to make finite decisions right now is not useful or functional for them, so they're not doing it. Because remember, Aquarius, they're going through the astrological placements just like you in their own life. So in the context of you being you, making your decisions to be you, they are going through their own version of the same thing in the context of a loving relationship. Let's go back to this a second. Hold on. I want to point this out, okay? I know we've hardly started, but let's place you over here and the other over here. And we're just touching the surface here. So they are just simply dealing with what amounts to the realities of the relationship. And my feeling is that they're kind of in an awkward position where they can't make a move or make decisions effectively because just like you, they're going through their own stuff. How that works for them is completely different than you. It doesn't stop you from being you, but with this Two of Swords here, my feeling is that they are having to almost like step back and decide not to decide in order to, let's say, just simply continue in a relationship, simply to continue to be themselves and just move along accordingly. And that's okay. That's just fine. I'm not stressed about this. Personally, as your reader, I am not stressed about that. I see it as actually healthy. I think that if you, Aquarius, because typically Aquarians, you tend to like radiate like huge amounts of like astral energy, mental energy, because that's kind of how you are. And sometimes that can reach a level of overwhelm with a significant other. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But it might make them feel like, you're being you, they're being them. They're kind of like, wait, whoa, hold on. I need to step back here. Way, way, way back. While my dear Aquarian is doing this awesome thing, figuring out their next step in their epic journey. Aha. But don't let that bother you, Aquarius, okay? They're still there. All right, let's keep going a little bit deeper in, all right? Deep inside of you. Oh, this is sweet. My feeling is that deep down, you only want what's best. You only want what works in terms of love and relationship, to the point where there is a part of you which has figured out in your own epic, heroic way that if I don't get my act together, me, then the relationship itself is in jeopardy, and my other one over here is left floundering, not knowing what to do. So I, the Aquarian, know deep down that I have to deliberately walk away from everything that doesn't work, and I probably deep down know what that is if I'm really, really honest with myself. And then I have to move forward as if the past never existed, the future doesn't matter, the only thing that counts is right now, where I have to walk forward, move forward, simply with like the highest expression of love possible that you, Aquarian, can possibly radiate. And then whatever happens is what happens, okay? So that's very bold, rich, strong, very well-intended energy. And I think that is fueled by your understanding of what's going on around there. In other words, you get it. Like, you, Aquarius, get it. You understand, like, we have these little fragments of time. You've got this sweet spot. It's not going to last forever. It's just a few weeks. Venus in Aquarius. That works for you. You're going to go for it. You're going to make the best of it. And you know that ultimately what it means is you have to be loving in order to be loved. So that's what you're going to do. So the question is, how do I be loving? How do you be loving? What's going on inside of them in terms of response? Okay, Wheel of Fortune here. My feeling is that in some ways this is a little bit disorienting for them, because they probably have never seen you like this or witnessed you like this, or even been in a relationship dynamic like this. So that puts them in a position of like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to handle this? Well, I guess the only thing I can do is just go along for the ride. Because when you live purely in the moment and you're as authentic as you can be, it is literally like an adventure. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, deep down, I think there's a part of them which is almost like grudgingly saying, you know, to themselves, like, honestly, I have no idea what's going on here with my so-called Aquarius person. I'm at the point where I literally just have to step back a little bit, let them be them, do their stuff on their epic moment in time, which we know shall pass, and I'm just going to have to ride the wave. And whatever happens is what happens. I know, as a significant other hanging out with a super high vibration Aquarius, that everything is exactly as it should be, and it can't be any other way. Also, it's because I heard Tarot Lumination talking about that in other videos, and now I get it. So I am going to activate my rights and my privilege to hang out in my pause moment and just trust in the great beyond that everything's just fine. I don't know how or why. I don't get it. I don't understand all of you, my dearest, darling, loved one. I get a feeling that you had the best of intentions. I can tell that you're going to go for it while you can, but deep down inside, I don't know what's happening. I don't know how to handle what's happening. So I am just going to go with the flow. I'm just going to treat this whole thing, this whole March 2019 relationship report from Tarot Lumination, as a little bit of a magic carpet ride. And just go for it. Like I just suddenly ended up winning, you know, $100 ticket to a crazy amusement park. And now I'm at the amusement park and I have no idea what's going to happen next. Okay. So let's go deeper. Let's go deeper itself to the core. Let me get back to this. Okay. We're heading to this department right now. We've come from here to here to here to here. We're getting into the nitty gritty. Okay. What's going on? Okay. So with the devil here, my feeling is that kerblam. My feeling is that you, Aquarius, remember this is not a couples reading, you, Aquarius, who so much loves your freedom, you love your independence, you love to be your own unique self, are discovering, like more than ever before, like, wait a minute, how am I supposed to be my own unique, amazing Aquarian self while I am straddled with a relationship? Ugh. You know, people say that Aquarians, almost by definition, have real challenges with relationships because they're so unique, so quirky. They only answer to their own, like, energy field. And that can be very difficult for other people to handle. They may be off on cloud 9, planet X, Nibiru, or whatever it's called, or Ceres, or some of the amazing stars out there. And that's great for Aquarius, but it can be very, let's say, disorienting or bizarre for a significant other or significant others. So my feeling with the devil card here for you, Aquarius, is that the relationship for you is showing signs to you the limitations of relationship, which you need to know, you need to understand. And so this is what, it's like this is what you need to know. This is what you wanted to know, and now you're getting it. Now you're realizing it. Aha! I'm actually in a situation that people call a relationship, and now I'm starting to realize there's awesome things that happen with a relationship that you can't get from anywhere else. There are certain types of evolution and growth that can only happen in the context of a relationship. But that is the problem, at least for the Aquarian, because it means, damn it, now it means I have to be in a relationship. That means I have to accept the limitations on my freedom, the limitations on my, let's say, my desire, my natural right desire to be completely, uniquely me without having to answer to a relationship or a significant other. And that's a problem for me. Damn it. So with the devil card here, my feeling is that at least we've put words to it, okay? Because it's really, really hard to solve a problem if you can't identify it. But with this, my feeling is this just like, yeah, whoo, yeah. Okay, just for this moment in time, just for this little reading, with Venus and Aquarius, like my feeling is that you're getting a bigger, broader understanding of what it means to be in a relationship. It's actually really, really cool. It can be very delicious and very, very satisfying. And it's cool to hang out with a significant other who is allowing for me, and they're not quite sure how to handle it, so they're just treating the whole thing as a magic carpet ride, and that's great, but it still has the limitations, the linkings, the bondage, the trappings, literally trappings of relationship. Damn it. So it's less like, I don't want to use, I'm just going to say it. It's like you're damned if you're in a relationship and you're damned if you're not in a relationship. But that's okay, because most people have to deal with that anyway. But for you, Aquarius, maybe you needed to see it in a very, very stark, vivid story that's happening right in front of you. So I see this as very, again, with the Venus energy, harmony and balance and everything. I think this is like seeing both sides of the equation, seeing and sensing the delicious, amazing, sensual and material satisfactions of being in a relationship that has some workable qualities, but also at the same time seeing the limitations of not being able to do exactly what you want, whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it, why you want to do it, with whoever you want to do it with, okay? Which can present problems with a relationship. Like if you have a desire to be like polygamous, that could be a problem for them. If you have a desire to have, let's say, extracurricular relationships that are perfectly fine for you, it might not work for them. Okay, I'm just saying. What is sprouting here? Okay. Oh, look. Look. Oh. I have to tell you something. This is going to sound really weird. This is... Okay, here's the little Two of Cups. Before I get into this, just before I did this reading, I was very lucky to be tapped on the shoulder by a lovely cat. And the cat wanted attention. And I kept thinking, do you realize, Mr. Cat, that I am Tarot Lumination and that I'm doing really important stuff right now? I've got massive technical problems, huge financial issues, massive logistics challenges. What do you expect me to do? And the little cat looked at me and said, cuddle me. And I thought, oh my God, seriously? And I thought, you know what? Okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to stop everything I'm doing, preparing for the Aquarius March reading, just to accommodate you, the little fuzzy cat who needs some love. And so that's exactly what I did. So that's what I think is happening here with you, Aquarius. You're in a situation where you're realizing that, okay, I'm going to know everything I need to know. I'm going to do everything I can to be very, very loving, because I know that's really, really what counts. And I understand that relationships can be very binding and very limiting, but I also understand that they can be very, very deliciously satisfying. And it's not a trap. It's not a prison. In which case, maybe now and again, it's okay to just like be all warm and fuzzy and just be really, really, really simple. Maybe all you need to do is like some very simple body language. Like forget the whole reading and just you go up to your significant other or a significant other and go, look, it's almost like, hey, I can see that you're a little bit perplexed. Yes, I am, because I'm not always sure how to deal with you, because you're so weird doing what you do, how you do it. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I was just watching the Tarot Lumination video, and he was talking about the cat and everything, and so I kept thinking like, well, why don't I just do that? Why don't we just, you know, hang out, you know? I'll cuddle you, and you can just be you for a little bit. Doesn't mean we're going to solve all our problems, because I'm going to go back and do what I have to do, but there's nothing wrong with us just like keeping it really simple. Like, okay, at least that'll get us through March. Can you handle that? I guess I'll have to. I don't really know. You're so weird. Oh, good. I'm glad you understand. We'll have a makeout session later, okay? Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm really, really glad you're here. I'm really glad you're allowing me to be me. And it's just like, yep, it's work sometimes. Sometimes I just have to step back. But don't forget, we've got it. We've got something. We've got something here. Something. And that is this. And it's so very pure and so very simple. It's so easy when it's this pure and there's simple to take it for advantage, to take it for granted. So please be aware, Aquarius, you may be in a situation where you've got something very fragile, very, very simple, very pure, very, very good at the very core. And it's just very hard to get that to happen, to even for this to happen at all. To me, it feels like take everything as one thing, seeing it as like a, you know, how do you do those taglines for movies? To me, it looks like a very quirky, weird, beautiful, fun adventure, to realize that in the end, it's extremely simple. It's extremely simple. Simple is not easy. That's the problem. But you'll figure it out, okay, Aquarius? Thank you so much. I hope you get something out of this. Please, I'm going to do this again. Check the other playlists, Sun, Moon, and Rising and all that. Personal reading, link below. Membership, very important. Check the link below. Donations, very important. Check the links below. Super chats, of course, astronomically welcome. Thank you very, very much. And that concludes our reading for Aquarius, March 2019 relationship. Bye-bye. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to shut this down now. And you might notice in a little while that we're going to come up with another live recording. Okay? Bye-bye. Meow. Meow. Meow.